In this episode, we're going to be comparing the soil samples between the Whitetail Institute and a do-it-yourself at home soil sample kit. See which is better. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Tim and Joel. Welcome to Midwest Hunting and Outdoors by Two Dumbasses,
A podcast about the outdoors, hunting, and
and being a steward of the land.
welcome to Midwest Hunting and Outdoors. We're going to be doing a basic comparison on soil sampling. We're right in the middle of April, approaching planting season for food plots. And in our prior episode, we did a Whitetail Institute episode on results. And Joel has this handy dandy kit.
Yeah, I've never done a soil test through any institute besides whitetails, but we've done several. We bought a kit from somewhere. I can't even tell you where we bought it, but you take your soil sample just like you do that kit, but put it in these tubes and you do the testing yourself, and voila.
What do we got going on right here, Jake?
Yeah, so the do-it-yourself kit. First of all, it's
How all or something like that?
Yeah, we'll include pictures of it, but it's about $15. It provides about 10 tests, so that's pretty cool. And basically, it's your pH, your nitrogen, your phosphorus, and your
Potash.
And you dump your water in there from the soil. You shake up your water with the soil, and then you take the water out of that and put it in these test tubes. Take these capsules that are color-coded to the caps here, and shake it up and let it set for 10 minutes, and then match it up to a color graph.
Yep.
And we found, here's what we found on this, and let's compare it to the whitetails.
So, by the way, it's the same soil that we used for both tests.
Like literally.
Yep.
Yep, the same soil you sent in, we used in this.
Yep.
Finally get it out of your garage after 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah. But we did pH first, and the pH, remember on whitetails, pH, Tim, came back at?
We were at 6.5.
6.5, and when we did, this was one of the easier ones for us to do. Now keep in mind, two dumbasses, and we have some color blindness.
Yep.
But pH on us, this came back to, we estimated about 6.7 or 6.8, which I think is right in line with the whitetails.
Yeah, I think it's within that margin of error, right?
So felt pretty good about that. The next one we did was nitrogen. And honestly, we both felt this didn't match any of the colors.
It's pretty clear.
Looking at on them, and we'll include pictures of that. So you write some comments. Maybe it's our color blindness, but nitrogen's up in the air. However, whitetails.
Yeah, so when we looked at whitetails, it came back and said, hey, you need 100 pounds per acre of nitrogen. So now I think it's fair to talk about, they don't come right out in this first table and tell you on the graphical what your nitrogen level is. But down below in table 1, it tells you, hey, you need 100 pounds of nitrogen. Well, if you look at some of the other ones that were lower, it tells you how many pounds per acre. So if we were to extrapolate, we would say, hey, we were probably low, not very low, but low on nitrogen. That's how I'd interpret this result.
Next one was potash, and we felt a little more comfortable taking a swag on that one, but we felt it was medium to low. And from a whitetails?
We were very high.
So that's a big bias there, big difference.
Very high.
And then on phosphorus, right? Is that where we're at? Phosphorus?
Yeah, on phosphorus. So on phosphorus, we were considered medium, and it said we needed 60 pounds per acre.
And the do-it-yourself test was medium to low on phosphorus. So somewhat of a match.
And we were trying to extrapolate colors there. It was a tough match.
One too. And again, I'll include pictures if maybe it's just our eyes, but I don't think so. It was just not matched.
I don't know if the test's getting old or I don't know what. Who knows?
Well, after we did a little research on this and looking into it, don't you think that at least this do-it-yourself test is more for gardens and things like that?
Yeah, yes. I mean, I think if you look at, so you have a sheet that you basically take these results, but it doesn't tell you how many pounds per acre. It tells you also in per 1,000 square feet.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, let's just get right down to the brass tacks. I mean, so this is going in the garbage for me. I'm not, now that I see this for $15 and the information that you get and how easy it is compared to this and the inaccuracies, it's all over.
It's not usable.
It's just not practical or you can't trust it.
For what we're trying to do.
For what we're trying to do. I would tell you that I feel pretty confident in the pH test of this. I've done multiple pH tests and they've all come back very consistent. So I feel good about that, but that's the only thing I feel good about this test.
So.
Yeah. Any other comments?
No CEC. It doesn't give you a CEC.
No CEC, no biomass. The big ones for me is it doesn't tell you, hey, if you do have problems, I wouldn't say problems, but if you want to improve your land to match sunflowers in this case, the whitetails tells you exactly what you need to do, right down to the pounds.
Yeah.
And the type of fertilizer. This it does give you some formulas and things like that, but man, it's a lot of math, and then I don't know how accurate it is.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. So I'm glad we did it. Now we know. Now I know anyway. And but that's my conclusion. Tim, are you in the same boat?
I'm in the same boat.
Same boat.
Yep.
Shit can it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a bust.
It's a bust. What was that? Yeah. It's busted, right?
It's busted. You're talking from Mythbusters.
Mythbusters. That's it. That's what I was trying to think of. Busted. Yeah. Plausible. Not even plausible.
Not even plausible.
Busted. All right. Anything else that we missed?
No, I don't think so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly do appreciate our audience watching us. And if you have any questions or comments, type those down below and we'll follow up with it. But until then,
be safe, have fun, and get outdoors.
Thanks for listening or watching our show. We have some exciting topics and guests coming up.
We ask that you subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
We look forward to hearing your suggestions for topics,
questions, and comments. This is Two Dumbasses signing off. Until next time,
be safe,
have fun, and get outdoors.